All right. Excuse me. Okay, I'm alive. Hey, Nugget. Okay. Um. So today, today we were actually gonna do some development. This is just some painting I'm working on. We have a little portrait which I really should get to. Um, we're gonna work on the platform fighter in some way. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if this is stable enough to work. 1 second. Okay. It's taking a second, but how you guys doing? How was your weekend? I'm what am I doing? We got some cleanup to do on the uh on Ace on the Moonlight, the new update. Uh, because some stuff wasn't finished. We might actually go and do that. Uh, what's the word? We might actually go and do that later. Let me wait till Godot loads up, and then we can continue. So what did I do this weekend? Do 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 do. Alrighty. Come on, Godot. Okay, we're here. Okay. What did I want to do with this? Okay, this was. Oh yeah, here. This might take a second. Dude's gonna take a second to load up. Finished. This animation's in the game as well. Saw a mistake I just made. It's wonderful to know. Okay. Now let's switch to this. Okay. All right. Now we are on a dev stream. Okay. I just kind of forgot what I was gonna do with this game here, because a lot of what has happened is done, or what needed to happen in terms of programming was done. I made this short about fixing the hit wall interaction, and that's done. Hmm. Oh yeah, there was something. Yeah. Actually, wait, was there something? Let me check. So for this game, we are going to. I'm gonna check the shield stun. Let me switch to OBS. Where is? Huh. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, hey Sleevey, how you doing? Making scrongly. We'll get back to him some point. Okay, so all right, so here. So we're gonna go to the calculation. I guess I can go over the knockback calculation here. Um, Riveting, I'm sure. Yeah, there it is. So this line is the knockback calculation. Um, Actually, a lot of this I've forgotten because it's been built up over time. So okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so it starts with if you're stopped, if you're in hit stun and you get hit again, you actually take less damage or less knockback. That was because like it was the when I made the hit wall thing, when you hit the ground, before it just like popped you right back up. But now it puts you in hit stun for a second, and that makes it easier to follow up. So I didn't want you to just get comboed really easily and then get punished for that. Really obscure. Is you talking about the hit stun or the hits knockback calculation? Yeah, this is the main knockback calculation. There's other stuff. After that, this is the one that's like most similar to Smash here. Yeah, this is so I'll go through it, but like basically you take a scale factor, which is how much more it changes over time. How much the knockback changes, the more damage there is. Damage is like if it's on a graph, it'd be like X, right? So damage is your percent damage, and I multiply by 20 because it wasn't enough. Actually, this is interesting because this game was made. This whole thing was like prototyped in Unity first, and Unity has a different unit system than Godot. So I had it's like I had to really increase it by a factor of 10, so it would move. It would be like proper knockback in Godot. And this is the percent damage of the attack, the incoming attack. So you have so percent damage is, and the knockback scale is multiplied by the damage, and that would be like the slope. That determines the slope of the line. You take that and you divide it by the gravity, which is the weight of the character, multiplied by 10. And so, like, the bigger the gravity, the higher the weight, the smaller the knockback, right? So that's what that works. And then you add knockback right here. This is base knockback. You add just, this is a straight addition. And then I multiply that by 10. Because it had to be multiplied by 10. So this is like, so if this side of the equation is 0, for whatever reason, you would still have a base knockback. Sometimes, like, I believe in this game, percent damage can stale to 0. It doesn't do that in Smash, but in this game it does. And then here. Oh, right, okay. So your damage can go into the negatives. So this is something I wanted to change. In this game, your damage can go into the negatives, and once you're negative, a multiplier starts. And I actually wanted to change it. So normally the multiplier, if your attack is negative, it multiplies by 3. But I don't want that. I want damage divided by 100. This is gonna come out to a. So we will math. When you deal with, I think when you deal with integers in this game, there's integers and floats. Floats can be decimals. Integers are 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to. I think I will. I have to seal, yeah. Seal to int. So if this number is like less than 1, seal means sealing. It will go to the, it'll round up no matter what. This should be absolute value, so because this, once it's negative, it will be it will just turn to positive because damage, like in this case, damage will always be negative. Or 0. Actually, no, it shouldn't be 0. Actually, it should always be less than 0 because if it is 0, it'll cancel out all knockback. So, and then there's a knockback modification I put in. That's for various other reasons. We'll get to that in a second. Combo is just the combo. Combos actually make it worse. So this is a multiplier to increase knockback over time. So if you have like an infinite protection, so if you have like 13 hit combos or like 20 whatever hit combos, eventually the knockback will move you out of space. Never do this, and I would lose my mind with code and these things. Yeah, I kind of honestly, I thought I couldn't do it, but it builds up over time. This, basically, I started with this. I started there. It's once you have like a foundation that's pretty stable. This is like very similar to the Smash what's the word, Smash knockback calculation. It's been much more simplified and stuff. Oh, actually, I can't seal. I have to floor because it's negative. Negative, so like -1 will be lower. You know what I should do? I should do this as -100. I mean, I guess this is the same thing, but I just did the same thing, so it's fine. And then I built this up over time, like by design, like what I wanted to design with it, what was special about my game. Um, yeah. This is also, but you do lose your mind on this stuff, especially when you've gotten to, was it 10,000 lines now? Yeah, we're at 10,000 lines. Look at that. Okay, this was a very complicated thing. I think I talked about it before. This sort of halt situation, and this is the SDI stuff. So SDI is very complicated. Um, Actually, this is more complicated. The cannonball effect. This is accounting for the cannonball effect. Uh, Basically, if you're hit really fast, if you're hit and smash, and you are moving really, you're launched really fast, and then someone over here like jabs you, it won't stop you, right? It won't necessarily stop you. You'll keep going. Um, that can't happen in my game because it's kind of built on that. It's kind of built on following up with weaker attacks. So I had to make some attacks actually stop you no matter what. I can't remember which one I did that. Maybe grab. This is for hit stun. That's the hit stop. Hit stop is tied to this is how much the attack does, the incoming attack does, and you attach the percent damage as well. Hey, nerdy commentator, we are coding. And then finally at the end there's damage. Okay, now I wanted to do something with I want to check something with the shields. So that was all for like a clean hit. This is all for clean hits. Um what is this? This is for shielding. So if you're shielding and you get hit, it's actually letting you make progress on one of these. Yeah, I mean this is probably a little more boring to talk about, so I'm sure everyone's eyes have glazed over completely. So I wanted to try one again. Um, let's see. So I wanted to make less, like the more you are attacked, the higher your combo and whatever, the less your shield stun. So you can't just lock someone in shield stun forever. This is just a Kijo, but this is gonna be for everybody. These are universal things. Um, this is French Girl is like way simpler. She has like way better coded because she comes after. But I have to like retrofit it to Kijo after that. Look at all this green code is like the old stuff. Oh no, this green code is the relevant stuff, but I have to like fix it. Sorry. I'm listening to you, but also that's good. That's great, Obscurus. You're also drawing. French girl is the advanced. Yeah, basically, she is the advanced model. Because, and to be honest, I have no idea what's going on stream, but I'm here for that's great. Thank you. Thank you for sticking around. We'll get back to nonsense probably Thursday. Yeah, we're doing muscular people Thursday. And I appreciate that, Obscurus. Thank you. And nerdy comedy, basically everybody. Kijo is like way more of a mess of a character. Actually, for the single reason is like, see how it says is shielding is hit shield? So this is like you're in shield and this is shield stun. But why are they? The thing is like they're two separate. It's like let me make sure to mark that. But yeah, see this. So these are all the different states in the game. Now, why are they like they? I have to turn them off every single time. Every time there's a new one, I have to go somewhere and turn them off. Now, this makes no sense to do because you will never be able to walk and dash at the same time. So why are they two different variables? Why do you have to turn them off separately to make sure they don't overlap? So French girl just has a state. She has a state that changes. Because like you will never be in hit stun and doing a jab. So why would they be separate? Why would they be separate at all? It's very bad what I did there. Very bad. Hey Jen, how you doing? Okay. Oh, it's Jen's. Okay. Jen's. Making music, playing DOA. Ah, the dream. Are you excited for DOA the last round? Or was that I heard there's a lot of controversy around the DOA 6 release, but French will have a unique fight style, like is she more of a zoner or better up close? She's like more like a mid-range zoner. Like closer to a mid-range zoner. Basically she's a little slow to attack. I want to try something like fast movement, slow to attack. Whereas Kijo is like fast movement, fast to attack. Because a lot of those smash style characters don't work well in this game. Because a lot of the times you can just run past anything they do. You can just immediately smack into each other. Game out just DOA 6 again. It's like collector's edition for those who didn't have the original game, but we shouldn't have to buy it again to play online. Oh, that's the issue, I see. That's true. Well, DOA 7 is coming out, so we'll see how that goes. Or whatever the new DOA is. Ads will begin shortly for some viewers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I'll wait for the ads to end. Probably 30 seconds. And then we'll move on. Okay. I should be done. DOA 6 is the worst DOA, but fine game overall. Alright. Yeah, I'm hearing DOA 5 is probably what people... It's generally the better one. Okay. So we are doing... So shield damage is how much health the shield has. I should have said shield health. Let's see. So I want to lower the shield stun as damage increases. Or a combo increases, so you can't just infinite. So duration is hit stop. Let me see. Speed force is just the velocity, so I think it's like very binary. Yeah, hit stun. Yeah, hit stun is literally just shield stun. Literally just the incoming attacks shield stun. 5 is many people's favorite, right? 6. Yeah, DOA 6 apparently is not that great, but had a last round. And we'll see. We'll see what happens with 7. They apparently have some. They apparently have some like Japanese exclusive game for DOA. Like, I don't think it's a fighting game. I think it's one of the volleyball games. Venus Vacation. Volleyball games are good. Yeah, they're yeah. Looked at the people have a problem with that stuff, but you know, welcome. Out of all your characters for the fighting game, which do you think will be the most popular? The fighting game. Let's see. I have like 3, and maybe one more idea. I don't know. Maybe the Night Guy. I don't know. I'm not like making a lot of super mainstream characters is a problem. Excuse me. Maybe the this guy. Oh, right, you can't see it. What am I doing? Maybe this guy. Okay, I can't keep this up. Right. Okay. Just this guy. Name was Alexander, I think. But I can't keep this up. It's making my computer unstable. People typically like the mainstream characters typically like the normal ones. So like Ryu, Ken, Chun Li. Where's the femboy? You had Neko probably become pop. Yeah, Nicholas. Yeah, if I can, I have to make him a little more funky, but I don't know. I don't want to make him a freak. Maybe that's be my interpretation of werewolves, or was it cats? Were cats? Because um, they can be like just a race of femboys. So here I wanted the shield stun to be less as the combo goes on. So combo times, I guess we can do like literally this minus combo. A couple things we have to do. We have to min max this. So if there is like, okay, so that we can do is like an inline thing. Combo. If combo is less than, I don't want to do too much because it's gonna really mess up the defense. I have to do some extensive testing. So like combo is like you somehow get like a 3-hit not three, yeah, a 3-hit combo. And then we can partner. Oh, we need like the last redesign stream so he can be in the game. That would be hard because I don't know. I might have to take. I don't know. We'll see. I was thinking like maybe Skullgirl sold pretty well, so I'm not really like that. It's not really that much of a problem if it's like hypersexualized. So if you're talking about like mainstream stuff, I wish there's some. Hey, Adele. Hey, Aztec Mask. I wish there was some character that can shoot Nikita. Is Nikita the snake thing, right? Is that the rocket launcher? No. Yeah, Nikita. Yeah, it's fictional weapon. Okay, yeah. So it's yeah, rocket launcher. Maybe a rocket launcher. It's just really funny when he just pulls out the RPG for his forward smash. I think that's hilarious. Okay, so combo is less than 3. We'll just have it combo. And if it's more than 3, this is just to max it out at 3. So oh yeah, this is staling here as well. How goes coming up with names for the game? Not well. Something with Gathering Storm is all I'm thinking, but I'm not sure. I just didn't want it to come to like something. I don't want it to be goofy. It's the thing. I just wanted it to be like ah. I wanted to be more like Street Fighter, King of Fighters, like Guilty Gear, something cooler. Because like a lot of platformers are really generically named. Super Smash Brothers is fine. Um, it's definitely like a little cartoony name. You have Brawlhalla, which is also I also think kind of cartoony. Brawl Stars, Multiverses, like none of these are particularly cool names. 5ZGO, oh my god. That's a terrible name. 2XKO is a terrible name. It's a terrible, terrible name. Hey, Deferral. Okay. So, I'm gonna okay, I'm gonna try something. Um Battle Kingdoms. I mean like not I call it Clash of Clans names. It's just very it's not like it's very generic is one way to put it, but it's very safe. Just very like standard sort of no one's gonna really care. Neutral. I guess neutral. They're very neutral names. They're not like a weird name like Guilty Gear that, it sounds cool, but you have no idea what it's about. And it's not like Street Fighter, which is like about fighting. Right? Street Fighter is an actual thing that you know about. It indicates fighting. It's like saying something about the game. Um, Clash of Clans is just like it's not even willing to say like something like War of Clans, even something like that. I think we're talking about like Myth Fighters and like Myth Busters. That was another one. They're also like very. Those are also very neutral names. They're never gonna do anything. But that's the point, right? Because these are kids games. These are family friendly, all people. Yeah, I mean, yes, names are hard, and then like they spend all this time thinking of them, and then you still have like 2XKO. Yeah, I think we got Project Bluebeam. Yeah, that's some. It's another one of those neutral names. Project Bluebeam. All right. Clash of Clans just wanted to catch the masses' attention by naming it close to Clash of Titans movie. Came really? Was that it? It worked. How did you come up with the name Ace on the Moonlight? Like I was saying with the badoo badoo badoo. Yeah, excuse to show this woman again. Um, oh boy. We have to do this quickly. My computer can't. I don't think my computer can handle streaming Godot and Photoshop. So you know this is a bad. It's a bad one. Let me pull up. Prepare for some instability. Right. So this character, this was the game was gonna be like Street Fighter but tennis. It was they were gonna be like much more cartoony, weird sort of characters. This was one of them, and it was about just tennis. It was about tennis like Yu-Gi-Oh was about card games. Like the entire world is built around card games. Like you go to school for card games. This rich billionaire, his entire life is card games. The fabric of the world is decided by card games, right? Um, so it was the same thing here. It was like a very anime sort of thing. It's not female Charlie, but they this was split up into Cassandra and Charlie, essentially, this concept. You would have a bunch of like wacky characters playing tennis, essentially. And someone who's really good at tennis is an ace. So that's where aces comes from. Under the Moonlight, I just liked. I liked the name. It was nice. It was weird. No one's gonna name anything Aces Under the Moonlight. So it worked on like a bunch of different levels. Also, I think I mentioned that I like the Kingdom Hearts 1 logo, and that really reminded me of like the Kingdom Hearts 1 cover art. There was like several characters on that cover art, and I really liked the vibe of that. And it fit what I wanted for Ace on the Moonlight. So Blaze Blue is a good one. Yeah, Blaze Blue Continuum Shift. I mean, Arxis names in general are pretty crazy. There's so many Blaze Blues. Okay. Anyway, let's see how many. Let's see Blaze Blue. Let me see the Blaze Blue names. Or sorry, Blaz Blue. Uh, okay. Calamity Trigger, Continuum Shift, Chrono Phantasma, Central Fiction, and then the updated Continuum Shift 2, Continuum Shift Extend, Chrono Phantasma Extend, Central Fiction Special Edition. Yeah, this is just really weird names. Okay, now bear with me because we might get into some actual problems, stability problems. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so I can hear my computer like starting to take off. Will there be female wrestling characters? Hey Leo, and hey Last Gogeta, how you doing? A female wrestling character. I don't like grapplers. I'm racist against grapplers. Um, so I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I might make them all hit grabs, but I think like Lorena is a little popular because of a rival. I think she just won Rivals. Maybe that'll be the sports connection, right? All right, so better to be racist against grapplers than racist against females. True. I mean, it's always good to be racist against grapplers. Okay, so let me see. You and me both can't stand grapplers. Yeah, I know. Don't know why they keep putting them in games. For like the 10 people who like grapplers, and they're usually freaks as well, right? Like the grapplers. They're usually like some like giant Hugo sort of crazy looking character. It's like double niches. Let me see. What can I do with this? I would have to update this. What's the word? Oh my god. Yeah, that's a glitch. Better if I take the throw. Now, people are saying that about Street Fighter 6 to throw loops. Oh, right. What did they add for this character? Oh, right, I didn't add anything yet. Fuck. Okay, the frame rate is dying. You can see on the top left there, FPS. Okay. I'm gonna. I think that's all I can do right now. God, changing constantly. Oh. You do like your design? Thank you. I like it too. The delay notice is hiding some details. Oh? Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry about that. There's not much to see there though. Is it me or it's your turn to Charlie for a split second? Yeah. No. Last Gogeta. Nerdy commentators, right? Yeah, when this game was originally prototyped with the sprites I had, so I had Charlie sprites. Can I actually let's see. Glad if you're seeing Charlie everywhere. I have to start making more shorts of Charlie because I think that's what the people want, and I am not giving it to them. Um, I want to see if I have the original. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna get rid of all this right now because I'm gonna. 1 second. It's gonna be a big dip in frame rate. Okay, you go away. It's fine. Complete Charlie. Yeah. He wasn't. If YouTube wasn't so annoying about him and kept censoring everything I make. That wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, we could always use him with Charlie. I need to put more I need to get more art of him. I'd be surprised if I never called you I only Charlie before. I see it's only Charlie. That'll be a good one. Okay. Okay. Now let me see if this is the original that still had all the Charlie sprites in it. This is a version of the game. It is. All right, so here it is. This is the original version. It really fucked. The camera really fucked here. I think yeah, there's a wall here. The camera's completely fucked. I did not understand how to do the camera for a Smash game at the time. And left Charlie. Yep. You just hate each other, but YouTube would love him more than yeah. They really like fanboys. I think YouTube found my audience, and I'm neglecting them. Right. So there's so many problems with this. Oh shit, that's right, it crashes. Oh my god, I forgot how much this crashed. Uh I totally forgot why this happened, but you need to rename Rec so you can say I only see for some characters. I don't think Cassandra actually is. I'll name the last girl the Romanian girl, the Bohemian Gypsy, with the C. I don't know how popular she'll be, but yeah. So originally, I just used the sprites I had, which was Charlie. Um, Sandra's the main character, but Charlie's the people's champ. Exactly. Move over, real girl. We're not here for you. Or I shouldn't say that. What do I feel like Charlie's gonna get a Johnny like fandom from GG up to Xer, and you'll make him high tier in all the games? I really prioritize balance a lot. Let me put something on screen. I prioritize balance a lot, so I really don't like the idea of just making a character high tier because first of all, casuals are never gonna understand that. You have to do something more than make someone high tier. You have to make them easy at a low level. Like very intuitive, very simple, very easy. Um Wait a minute. Tonight, are there any regular high tiers that you like? Chun Li isn't high tier all the time, but Fox is. I like Fox, but I don't play. The game I play Brawl. That is the worst he's in, and is the one game he's not high tier in. I thought I made this like better. Did I not save it? Oh, it's up here. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. It's up here. Okay, so this is the better one. Uh, yeah. So it's like do something with that. Um, equal? Yeah, I want everyone to be like kind of equal. It's gonna be hard, but I want everyone to be equal. Do you think YouTube hates Charlie because the AI thinks? Yeah, yeah. I think because like they recognize that he's like shirtless, and then there's a dark spot where his nipples are. So it's like, oh, you're presenting nipples. Can't have that. Charlie's a jury biking angel of my game. You should make him difficult, but just have a few low level things to keep the tradition. That's true. I was making like Cassandra would be the harder one. Typically Charlie was the easy one, because he's very floaty, but he's very simple. So he can't have like you can't do a lot with him. But that doesn't matter as much in a Pong game. That's a big problem. Pong really like flattens everything out. It's not that complicated. Like Cassandra has a bunch of tricks she can do. She has a bunch of different things and different angles she can go for, where Charlie kind of has like three. But he's floaty and simple, so I don't know. We'll see. Angel is unbelievably complicated. That's like the Virtua Fighter monk guy complicated. Let me see what else. Yeah, right. I'm gonna put up solution. Have a clone Charlie, Robo Charlie, exactly. They just put up Robo Kai, Robo Charlie. Okay, let's pull up. Speaking of Charlie, let's pull up Unity because there's a couple things I want to finish up there. Me. I know that people love Charlie, but which characters are you my favorite? I mean, I'm gonna like Cassandra and Kijo. I like them. This mech guy is shaping up to be very, very cool. But I just like that, like mechs, knights, ninjas. Cause I just like the more complicated characters, the more out there characters, like the more detailed, overly detailed characters. That's very rare you get nowadays. That's why I like Guilty Gear so much before Strive. Strive kind of made them very milk toast in terms of design. Charlie was also like I like him, but there's also like an element like he's very simple in terms of his like color scheme and design in as compared to Cassandra, who's very complicated and has just a ton of stuff on top of her. Speaking of Robokai, I didn't watch Evo, but they did have some interesting announcement. He's Cassandra in a Charlie World. Yeah, I mean I like them both. Obviously, I wouldn't have put them out if I didn't like them. Yeah, Robokai. Who else was announced? Oh yeah, Mina the Hollower. I guess that makes sense because Shovel Knight was in the last game, right? Uh, Mina the Hollower, the new yacht club game. I like Charlie's design because simply, yeah, definitely Charlie is definitely like the like properly quote unquote design character with the like I'm not if you look up of all the character design tutorials and like breakdowns, he's definitely that sort of character, which is good. But I like the ones that are good, but they're also out there. This is how I'll put it: Charlie, Cassandra. Okay, Charlie is like the Godfather movie, where it's like this is like the perfect, like really good cinematic movie. It uses all the cinematic language, good writing, and like interesting like visuals, and they try to put meaning on everything. Like it's a good 3 act structure movie, you know. Uh, Cassandra is like Apocalypse Now, which is like has bizarro structure, like a crazy mess of ideas strung together. Not only do they come together well, they they like create like a incredible movie, like 4 or 5 act structure, whatever. It's that's how I view it. It's like it's not a not a not a like standard movie, not a normal movie, but it's amazing nonetheless. That's how I view it. Arrogant maybe, but that's how I would say it. What I'm saying is that I'm better than Francis Ford Coppola. The main announcement I caught were that Art of Fighting 3R is coming with new characters decades after the last version. It makes Blaze that yeah, they're making a new they're making a new character for a 2D fighting game. That's what's wild to me. Like I thought they were done with dot art, is what they called it, right? But I guess they're back, which is a great sign. It's a fantastic sign. They were pushing Art of Fighting. Art of Fighting 3 was at DreamHack. I saw it. That's the first time I saw it actually. I didn't know about this game. They're doing an Art of Fighting 3 tournament along with Samurai Showdown, King of Fighters 15, and Fatal Fury. I think Charlie's purely effective, but Cassandra has more risks. I'll say Cassandra has more risks. Charlie's still not an effective design. I think he's like a very personally. I think he's like a very good design. Um, it's just like if we're talking about like Street Fighter, uh, those designs are pretty normal, and for Ace on the Moonlight, they're already pretty extreme. So he's like, I wouldn't call him like purely effective. He's pretty out there still. These are all very out there designs. It's just if you look at stuff like value structure, like color scheme 60/40 or 60/30/90, 60/30/10 color schemes, like all this stuff you're supposed like silhouette, all that stuff you're supposed to take into account. He really fits that. Whereas like Sandra is like it kind of bucks a lot of the trends, not trends, but the fundamentals, quote unquote. Right? She has like tons of patterns. She has lots of weird details. her just the idea of her design is a little just odd, right? The design influences come from just anywhere. Charlie's a lot more cohesive design, you know, like Hot Femboy. It's cohesive. Is Charlie's a lot more cohesive a design. It's understandable. It's accessible of a design, um, compared to Cassandra, right? Because if we're talking about Street Fighter, Ryu is an incredibly accessible design, very easy to understand. That's a mainstream game with a mainstream main character. This game is like a pretty niche game with niche interests, but Charlie's like a is the most accessible because he's kind of an archetype femboy anyway. It's closer to that. I wouldn't call her. I wouldn't call him effective. Just like purely effective. I would say Cassandra takes more risks. Yeah, she takes way more risks with the design. Where's the concept sheet I have for this? I think you've seen these, right? You've seen these little random sort of block things or color schemes, like recognizable color schemes. So you can see like how much more coherent Charlie is up here as opposed to Cassandra, which has she has like so many things. Sorry. Yeah, Mina Mina the Hollower. Yeah, and Rivals 2. Yeah, it fits, you know. Very indie 2D game. Shin, are you gonna add a monster-like character in the game? In the fighting game, in the platform fighter? Uh, yeah, maybe. I was thinking about werewolves. You know, you could turn into a werewolf, like a double stance character. Something like that. Originally, there was supposed to be like Hades was supposed to be in the game, like Hades, god of death. KOF Global Match Plus are coming. KOF 13, I think already had a rollback patch. I think. I'm not as much into Art of Fighting, and AOF 3 is a bit of an odd one in this series, but I look forward to it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I might get it. I don't know, maybe. As an amateur Fatal Fury guy, Mark of the Wolf Studios are still like an oddball sub series, but they are the face of the series more so than Special Real Bout. I guess nowadays, yeah. City of the Wolves is definitely the breakout one. Terry and Iori are both genius design. Sakurai said before the latter, yep. Terry's original design is good. I don't like his Mark of the Wolves design. KOF has a big problem with like man with jacket. There's like tons of dudes in KOF that are like not necessarily muscular guy. Like that's the KOF 13 thing where they're like brick shit houses. Um, but there's like tons of characters in KOF men who are like muscular. Okay, I'll draw this properly. That's like how I drew when I was like 12 years old or something. Okay. So they're like muscular dude. They have a jacket. Cuts off around here. And then he has a shirt and he has pants. And that's the character. And they'll have like characters like the differentiation a lot of times is like color scheme and like the head area. Stuff like And what I liked about Terry was that he had like tears and stuff. He had like a really good like even within this the kind of limited sort of design space, he was still very he had a bunch of character. So he looks like a sort of like street punk character. And then in Mark of the Wolves, they just gave him man with jacket. Even changed his hair to be more generic. No hat, just regular dude. I didn't like it, but a lot of people who like they thought this was a okay design to like because he's more mature, I guess. I don't know. I don't really buy all that either. We must be able to play with those color scheme blocks like Tofu and RE2. Yeah, I guess that would be very simple. These could be the Pong paddles. I could make a Pong paddle version, and these could be the Pong paddles. Make those blocks into sandbags. Yeah, this could be the training character. Um, have you played Ace Attorney? Do you mind? Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can tell me. I'm not really interested in Ace Attorney. Just I know about the funny memes. Let me see. Just want to make an idea here. Basically, you had the cave entrance, giant waterfall coming in, and then it would go up here. And put an entrance out here, and it breaks, whatever. But it would go into here. Bunch of water here, and then they would have built a structure, a huge complex here. And then here is your like location where they all fight and stuff. And it's raised, obviously, and there's like a bunch of stuff coming off the side, a bunch of smaller sort of ideas, and this is raised up, and this is like the centerpiece area, congregation area, training area, really. Let me pull back over here. This is just like the entrance, and this is that's the entrance to it. I don't know what to put over here though. There's like a bunch of little things. Houses, more housing, more training grounds, gardens for food. Don't know how they could do that, but whatever. Do you have any scrap characters? Besides that one I showed, I only have like the other types, the other like um the scrap designs. Any characters inspired by other characters? Charlie is like partially inspired by Bridget, definitely. Some extent. This one might be missing. Ugh. I mean, Rek is kind of a very generic sort of punk character. He's more like big and strong. But if you go on Google and type in punk character, you'll get like red mohawk, leather jacket, blue jeans usually, and even the plaid. You'll get the like that design. It will be everywhere. Uh, Phoenix Wright and Ace Attorney Apollo Justice's peak design to me. It is his mark of the Wolves era, and I'm kind of disappointed that they revert his personality in most of his design back next game. Okay, and I don't know about that he changed his design. I also didn't know that Phoenix Wright wasn't his name in Japanese. Oh, okay, so he's a little bigger, or a little. It kind of has like, was that Mile Edgeworth sort of look? Oh, I see. All right. So with his like, okay, so that's what it is. I see. Okay, I was looking at the wrong one. Way more chill. You can get a rough idea by searching, being started for that in comparison, right? You already know the vanilla Ace Attorney. Probably saw a fight. Yeah. Bridget from Guilty Gear, yeah. That is the premier femboy. It wasn't like that much of an influence, but it was there. I do have the bias of starting Ace Attorney from Apollo Justice. Oh. Naruhodo Ryuichi, yeah. Naruhodo is a Japanese pun meaning, oh, I see. Makes sense, it's a pun. Japanese love their puns. So all the names are different. Oh, the jokes are different. There's some censorship. That's one most of us know. Yeah, the eat your hamburger, Apollo. Love that one. Yeah, that's kind of odd for like a new game, right? Like just to change everything. Old Nintendo games and Pokemon still change basically all the names for English, but oh, maybe it's not. Maybe I just don't play that many games anymore. So these are all raised because this is all water everywhere. Uh, Ace Attorney also had to change the art to make it more believable. That's America, but obviously things get weird if you go down the street and suddenly Yakuza are Japanese village in the second game. Yeah, it was in that comic like that. He's looking out on a very obviously Japanese landscape, and he goes, "Ah, yes, Los Angeles." Like Mount Fuji's in the background. So most changes are background assets, not character sprites. I guess the characters look pretty normal, right? Or sorry, not normal, Western. Suits and ties and such, except for maybe the purple girl. I can't remember her name. Maya Fey for the English version, right? Pokemon was a template for Ace Attorney's localization, but not all all of the other attempts worked. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you can only do so much. You could go the 4Kids route and edit all the guns out of the story. I guess I didn't want to go that far. There are a good number of examples which changed all the names would have to revert back or had dozens of installments which contradicted. Oh. Yeah, I guess they wouldn't know about like later things. Odd question, I know. What any chance you could add at least one femboy to each of your games? Yeah, it could be my whole thing, just femboy after femboy. Maybe I'll make a werewolf femboy. What that would be called? Well, like, I guess a vampire sort of thing would work better. Who knows? It's just the idea, not that idea, the tone of the platform fighter is different from the tone of Ace of the Moonlight. Ace of the Moonlight is a lot more excuse me, goofy. But I could do it. I don't know how that would work for the Red Rider game, which God, okay, I gotta just put that out. Jake Hunter and Gunvolt are example. Oh, okay. Oh, you mean like in general localization? Yeah, okay, yeah. It's funny because the whole concept of Ace Attorney started because the creators wanted to make fun of how fucked up the justice system in Japan is. It's almost untranslatable. They did anyway. People really resonate with style starting and translated humor. Vampire Femboy and Werewolf Short Stack. I was gonna put a short stack in my game. I think I said that during the short stack. Uh, stream. Whereas, so back here, yeah. Originally there was gonna be a mildly tall character, mildly tall mech character, piloted by. They would have to be like really small to fit in here, so it would be a short stack. So I don't know. I don't know. I have to add another one. Let's go. Yeah. Remember a case in Ace Attorney which partially revolved around the side of the road cars are on. Oh, it was a huge deal, but even details like that, given U.S. English being the norm, mess me up. I guess, yeah, the clues would be that's a pretty good idea. Like, and you know, in the Japanese version, like clues like that. They would make accommodation for people who are trained on other side of the roads or with the lowest floor being the ground floor. Oh yeah, you guys do that. Was in France? Or just all of Europe? There's a ground floor, and then the first floor is above that. I think I don't know if they're doing it now, but some people do in America do like lobby, and then the second floor. I think some people do lobby and then first floor. Okay, this is like an okay concept, I think, for like I need like more of yeah, maybe like a more segmented sort of thing instead of just like a castle, but and there's like the entrance to something else over here. very complicated, but I did get something to it. Oh yeah, so I applied to an artist alley. I didn't think I'd get in, and I didn't read the fine print. It turns out that if you get approved, you like automatically pay the price, like pay the fee. So I got approved, and now I have to start making some art because I do not have enough for an artist alley. Like a lot of art, like stickers and stuff. I do want to show you something. I have to redraw. This is in October, so I'll tell you more about it later. But where are you? There you are. Not sure if it's all of Europe, but UK does it. Okay, I think France also does it. Big robot piloted by a short stack would be fun to see somewhere. I should just make that a character. Just, draw a mech. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So I had something like this. This was an old drawing. Old ideas. It's kind of incomprehensible, but like it's like a mech that can turn into like an airplane, sort of a small little airplane. She's not a short stack, she's just a chibi, but this was like way before I actually had a grasp on anime chibis. You can see this is literally just like I just try to copy an actual engine and failed. Yeah, these are some ideas. We need more games that judge you for using the Imperial system instead of Metro. Sorry for not chatting. I've been trying to get this drawing done. No problem. No problem. It's nice that you're here. Pay the price. I've automatically paid the price, essentially. Figuratively and literally. It was just automatic, so now I have to speed all this up. Um Alright, some violence incoming. This isn't the drawing, this is a scrap drawing. I have a better idea. But this is one of the ideas. This was from a Tyler Edlin uh design challenge. It was called Last Survivor of Monster Castle. So there's the guy, there's Last Survivor and Monster Castle. Um and he killed all of them. And this has like a bunch of Japanese monsters, essentially just. But I never. It was just too static. It looks better now, but like it was a little too static. I'm gonna do a more dynamic one. Um, Yokai, yeah, exactly. I think you can see there's. So this is like the Oni is over here. You can't see his head because it's over here. There's like a bat demon. This is the Kappa turtle monster. There's like wolf monster here. These guys are like impaled on the beams of this castle. There's a giant skeleton creature. It's a bunch of random ones. And then yeah, demon samurai, cyclops, giant pig monsters. These are the clubs they use. Can't remember what they're called. And these are like the humans, right? Monster Castle has a bunch of hanging humans just to scare people. That was the idea for this. It's gonna be in a different drawing, but I'm gonna try to make that and sell it. Make a whole character design stream for this character. Yeah, sure. Just design something on stream and then put it in the game. It's probably very good community building. You create tutorial, right? Oh, I have to work on that. Oh my god, I have to work on that other tutorial I'm doing. Do you know the premise of the Great Ace Attorney? No, I didn't know that was a different thing. What is the Great Ace Attorney? We only have a few minutes left. About an hour. We have 50 minutes left. 50 minutes left, and then okay. What was I doing here? In brief, it is set like 100 years before Ace Attorney in Japan and London. Everyone is racist and semi-canonizes Phoenix Wright as a descendant of a prior Naruhodo. It is also the best one. Oh. Okay, so there's like another. Oh, I never. Okay. Did I see this? No, I didn't see this. No, I don't know who these. I don't know who this guy is. Damn, everyone's racist. 100 years. So it's like turn of the century, like 1900s, I guess. I don't know when Phoenix Wright takes place, but um, what is this for? Hmm. I don't know if I need this. I'm gonna delete it. Okay. Okay. So everything works with mouse now. This isn't out yet, but so you can like keyboard, mouse, or controller, or whatever. Um, and let's see. Okay. No, wait, not rec. Oh, I guess I can do rec. Yeah, actually. 1 second. Let me. I'll give the people Charlie. Okay, and then we have to wait for a lot of stuff to pull in. Oh, to load a lot. Hang on, let me just read this. The localization plays into the racism and harder Sherlock Holmes renamed due to copyright. Yeah, I saw a character look like Sherlock Holmes. I'm not certain if it would be the best to start with, but would be recommended it just because it has the original director and racist. Basically, it's the second timeline stronger and think about it. 1 second. Oi, come on. I have to wait for the sprites to load in. All right, so now if you go to character select, you'll be put here, but if you go to main menu, you'll be put in controller select. You pick CPU or human, and then you pick who gets what controller. You can reset controls to default, and then you go back to here. And now I can control rec because I changed its keyboard. Yeah, and then I added this into the game, which kind of needs a buff. That's a load in the sprite for that too. Okay. There's a timer at the top middle, by the way. So now there's a timer for this game. So I'll play this until it time's up, and then did I get the timing wrong, or is it just? Yeah, might have gotten the timing wrong. Okay, so that's that. Phoenix Wright and friends largely have different names and possibly different origins for other languages. A French character in that game, maybe Russian in Ace Attorney. English is like Beyblade localization. Everyone makes stuff up. How did I code the timer? Oh my god, actually, let's. Oh, this game is a mess. This game is an absolute mess for the code. Basically. Oh, right. Let me. I have to change this. Doop 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 boop boop. All right. So. I kind of wanted to make everything pretty standard. Or like basically a single source of truth, so everything is done on one area. So this is it used to have like a special thing for end timer, but right, so everything runs through this function. So if you get a goal for any reason, you you just like which goal was it, and it runs all this. If the timer's over, it will do the same thing, but it won't add up to your points. And what the timer does is basically there's a number called winner that's actually in a different menu or different script. And this is the amount you need to win. And when the end timer is, I don't know, 0. Is that it? At the winner, like, the winner changes. Yes. Yeah, okay, so here, right. So when time is over, a function is called change winner. This is the change the score of the winner, and it just picks the highest score. And if they're even, it's like right here. If it's even, it changes the score to whoever has the highest score plus one. Or just it's gonna be plus one because it's even. They're all even. So it's gonna be the next person to score a goal wins. That's how that works. It's pretty simple when I explain it like that, but it's it's like built on a very old and spaghetti coated foundation. I designed a project a while ago, but messing around with the timer and scoring was a bit of a chore. It was. Scoring is the biggest chore to figure out properly, but I don't. A lot of this stuff has to be retrofitted, so a timer isn't like a separate thing that a function that happens when the time runs out. It just goes through the same scoring system with some tweaks, just so everything runs the way I want it. Which it's a little harder. I'll have to redo my old spaghetti from scratch in the kitchen for a while. Yeah, if you have the opportunity to recode everything, you probably should. I don't. I have to figure this out on the fly, so I don't have the time, unfortunately. Um, do I have anything else I can do? Oh, okay, yeah. 1 second, I have to go find something. But 1 second, let me do the actual thing. UI and save. PNG, fine, PNG. Okay, come on. No. Okay, and then I have to put it in the game, so I have to go to this new thing. Bear with me, there's a lot of changes I have to make, and I'm going to, speaking of changes, I have to move this from here to here. Okay, what's everyone saying? This is probably an older, boring question, but how do you avoid feature creep with 3 projects rolling around? I have the opposite problem. I avoided feature creep by like very much defining what the game was supposed to be. So I'm gonna talk about it probably in a video I'm working on about programming. But like Ace of the Moonlight was supposed to be a simple flash game, flash style game, like Newground style, that kind of game. So it was supposed to be like this really small game I make like in a year, and it was to the point where like you didn't have attacks, you just like got in front of the ball and it would auto attack like Pong. Literally, you hit the Pong paddle, but there would be an animation where the character hits the ball. That's how simple it was going to be. The characters didn't even have like other attacks, really. Uh, and so what I had to do was scope up because that sucked. That was really bad. So I had like the opposite problem. From there, I kind of did as little as possible, because I was already like over, I had run out of time, right? So I had to do as little as possible and said, okay, I'm going to make just Pong, but with fighting game characters. And I put it out in a state that's like, I put out in a state that, you know, was pretty much unacceptable to anyone who would actually play it. Like, no mirror matching, there was glitches everywhere. The characters were like ran like molasses. The game had frame rate issues, but the art was done. So that was like had one stage, two characters, no mirror matching. Uh, the menus were a holdover from the Newgrounds Flash game era. You were supposed to play on the same keyboard just like back then. So they were very simple. But yeah, I scoped up as little as possible. The platform fighter is a little different. Sounds like how Indie Pogo kind of scoped up a bit. The other one, the Radical Red Rider was because I was just learning JavaScript at the time, so I wanted to make a T-Rex game, um, and I wanted to add like air dashing. That was my only thing. I had T-Rex game plus air dashing, and that game actually is kind of suffering from feature creep because now it's going to be like have some Vampire Survivor feature in it where you like use power ups. So what I'm only waiting on to release it right now is like I'm gonna put out some videos to build up the launch of this demo version. But that is suffering from feature creep. The platform fighter is um what's the word? And the platform fighter is supposed to be really big. I'm just taking it slow. I'm taking it in steps. But I'm still like starting with the foundation of Smash. You know? So you start with the foundation, start with a target that you know works. T-Rex game, Smash, Pong. And then you can like define how close or far away you want to be from that. I'm not gonna make like all of Smash. I'm not doing Subspace Emissary or anything. But Indie Pogo, sure. Not sure what Indie Pogo is. I'll look it up. Are you tempted to release any older versions of Automon Itch for preservation and to draw eyes towards Steam? I should release it on Itch. That's a pretty good idea to put the old versions up, because the art is the same. Unfortunately, I'd be interested in seeing and trying some older versions. That's right. You can't try them because I can like roll back to them on Steam, but I probably don't want to. Yeah, I could try the older versions. I could try the version, I think it was update 9 where I took the hiatus. I just stopped working on the game to work on the platform fighter. So I might put that up. What am I doing in this? I said I wanted to do something. Here, I think I know what it is. Then stage select, I want to put this notice. Duplicate it, put it in here, and then I can remove this. Huh. Oh, it doesn't have a rect. Okay, I'll have the rect transform. There we go. Okay, so why isn't that like on top of it? Is it because all these need rect transforms? Oh, no. Why is that behind it though? Man, I have to reconstruct it. Okay. Sorry. The old version is cool on Steam, but gives us a bit less control. True. Version select is also that was also a thing, but it didn't work out perfectly because some things were just fixed in the game. Apparently, Vega had a something a wall glitch that was just fixed, and it didn't matter what you did to Vega because it was like a stage thing. Okay, just to make this simple. There it is. Huh. Why is the layers wrong? Huh. Oh, no. Why is this not working? Why is it not showing up? You know what? Here. You know, I don't like that. I think it's pretty clear that it's in under construction, but should probably put it somewhere. when I get back to Combo Tober in July, to see some oddball picks. Cool. And I may say, and I said I may commission your art before, but something else came up, so might be delayed this month. Maybe crazy, or maybe not. We'll see. Oh, that's cool. Oh, speaking of which, I did. Okay, let me pull that up. I'm working on a commission sheet. I don't know how. Trying to figure out pricing. But we'll see. No, what's this? Autumn Theater Stage. Alright, let's pull it back a little bit so we can get like. Don't know about the pricing yet, but the Immortal Words make you eat those words. That was such a great scene. Great game, great scene. Wonderful. This is a little too much for a full body, but I don't know, we'll see. Whatever. I'm working on it though. Okay. I think actually here. I should add like and this is the thing I did with bulk control. Okay. Okay, so what happens with the nets? The nets are like in front of the nets are in front of the what's the word? It's in front of the goals as well as the middle. And what happens with the nets is that's how I do to keep you from self scoring. So there'll be a net in front of the other guy's goal, whatever, and I can just turn them off and on if I want to. So if the timer is over, I want it. It should be afterwards. Yeah, yeah. Okay. It should be afterwards. After score is done. There's end timer. down here. Okay, so it should put the nets up so you don't like also score. Sorry. Have you played Rayman Legends and Kung Foot? I haven't played Kung. Oh no, I did play Kung Foot. I did. I think it was either Origins or Legends I played. One of them because it was on the Wii. Uh, I think Switch. I can't remember which one I actually played it on. I had it for the Switch, but I don't think I played it there. I played it somewhere else. It was a good game, really fun. I played Kung Foot in that game. It was a like these sort of Pong games are similar. There's not much you can do with them. Wii and Switch are like 11 years apart. Legends. Okay, yeah, whichever one had Kung Fu, I did play it. I didn't like get into the weeds of it. I don't know if there's that much like information on the ins and outs of Kung Fu, but I'd never checked either. Lots of information on League to League. It would help if my game was anything like honestly. You know what I'll do? I will add ball control. Okay, so I'm going to go over here, switch this to one of the earliest non-ball games of ball mode I played was Roll Cage 2. Roll Cage 2? Never heard of that one. Makes sense, I never played PS1. Oh, that's interesting. It's like a. Is it gonna be like Rocket League? Anti-gravity racer by British devs as football mode. I see. Death Track Racing. Huh. It proceeds. Yeah, it's much younger or older than Rocket League. Rocket League by a long time. It was just a side mode. Yeah, I mean clearly. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were influenced by that specific mode. It's like an in between of F-Zero and Mario Kart. Oh, it's no items. I was kind of disappointed F-Zero didn't have items. But I guess I was, but it's also like, more of a racing game where you have to actually think about what you're doing. Actually, I might just do this. I might just do reset ball. Can I do it? All right, so we're gonna put this here. Are you an item enjoyer then, or were those your early F-Zero thousand? No, I was I don't like Mario Kart. F-Zero was like was refreshing, but I just it's just I didn't play it much. Is a problem. I just didn't play that much. Uh, I'm not really into racing games. It's just I I just kind of not stopped playing Mario Kart, and then I was already not into racing games. F-Zero wasn't like super accessible to me, so I just didn't I didn't really get into it. If I played it now, I'd probably like it. The palette of racing game in the late 90s. Yeah, F-Zero, Kirby's Air Raid, Double Dash, Sonic Riders, Jax. I did Jack X. I did play the people were really into like the sports stuff, weren't they? In the 2000s. Sports racing, Tony Hawk, all of them. Extreme. The whole Y2K era, even Jet Set Radio. Extreme sports was like a thing for whatever reason. I had Need for Speed Underground, where the open world Need for Speed game. So let me see if I kept the keyboard controls. I'm gonna wait for 60 seconds to see if this actually does anything. All right, and 8, 7. It should go into the center immediately. Okay, it didn't. Oh, what the hell? There's no restart game. Excuse me. Oh my god, is it float? All right, so if it's F. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Extreme Sports is 90s and Y2K is, yeah. I liked Underground too, right? I knew a lot of people are fighting game doomers, but you haven't seen disappointed until you look at racing game fan bases. Yeah, I guess I don't really look at it. The only time I ever know about racing games is there's never gonna be another F-Zero and Gran Turismo. That's that's all I really know about it, about the genre. I have to stay on this screen or the game won't progress. You're into racing games? Let's go, Gita. 1650. Three, two, one. Nope. Oh, okay, because you can't send that. All right, fine. You can't just send. You cannot send 0. I think that means it has nothing. Nothing is sent there. Not having new installments is layer 1. Thinking the current games are over monetized and missing a lot of stuff is when you are almost an EA 2K sports. Oh, yeah, that's true. They are kind of getting screwed because they're a niche audience, aren't they? Racing games. But there's some indie stuff that's coming out. All right, one more time. Seven, six, five, four, three, two, one. Uh-oh. Okay, did it. Yeah, it immediately did, I think. That was a freak accident. Right. So let me read this. I'm into racing games, but not a big range of them. I'd like to try Ridge Racer and do have some indies like Fast Racing Neo. Fast Racing Neo has the same one. Now it says F-Zero GX. Similar to how a few games like Combo Devils and Fan Mods have the OG Smash announcer. Yeah, that's cool. I remember the Brawl announcer was the Bill Nye the Science Guy announcer. That was pretty crazy. I can barely hear it. No idea how Smash Remix found the Smash 64 guy in Japanese mods. Wait, is the Smash 64 guy not like just a regular? Well, it's like a white guy. He's live in Japan. Jeff Manning. Oh, and he also Master Hand. Yeah. Oh, he does live in Japan. He's was his Mormon, Latter Day Saints. Yeah. A lot of English announcers and VAs in early Japanese games are just white guys who lived in Japan at the time. Makes sense. Gotta get somebody. Wasn't there that like oh fuck up? Wasn't there that like movie coming out about like a white guy in Japan who plays the white guy in Japan? Oh, what's going on here? Hmm. Something's wrong with his controls. You can't instant air dash properly. Five, four, three, two. Oh. What the hell? The game just ends? Oh, because if you restart game immediately. Okay. 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 Mm. Maybe I just have to do this. Then the game immediately ends. Because it has to wait for the restart. Alright, I can't do it. Maybe if I just restart ball. One second. I'm gonna just start restart ball. Reset ball. No, then the restart timer changes and that causes problems. Resident Evil is still doing this to a degree, but the direction is way better. Oh, okay. I have some dream picks I'd like to hire for a project like the Ranger of Legacy of Goku and Boost Fury, or the original Dante voice from DMC1, but they are very easy to find in comparison to Jeff. Yeah, he is a missionary for the Mormons. Who? I always wanted to work with a music track from Disturbed. I really like Disturbed. You need a gun in this game to track ball and gun gamers. I am putting a gun. There's guns in Oh, Rec has a gun. Yeah, right here. I guess it's really hard to see. I should make it much bigger. Oh, I can't. Okay. There's this gun. Actually, did you hit it? Yeah, you got it. There's one gun and one ball. When Rec comes out, I should make that like the cell. I now have a ball and gun game. Even though technically, there has always been a gun. There has always been a gun right there. Right there. There's a shotgun ammo too. That is a funny frame. It's a fun frame. It does kind of look like pixel art from that when it's close up like that. Yep, it's a ball and gun game. Once I finish all Rec's animations, that's what it's gonna be. Ball and gun game. Can I show you this before I leave? I'm gonna show you some. No, it's not here. It's here. Wait, where'd I put it? Is it over here? Yeah, I guess. Okay. Okay. I am coming back to design Liberty. She's gonna go back to the Egyptian-styled hair. I might like have. I was gonna do like a ponytail sort of situation, but I might go back to the actual hair she had. I guess it might compete with like her spikes are gonna be the thing that's like defines her head a little bit. Let's see. She has belts on everywhere. Tetsuya Nomura was the god. Okay. Have you seen the panel of Naruto where someone has a shotgun in the background? I no, I do not. It's gonna basically never show up. I imagine the background artist or Kishimoto regret it. Leads to a lot of questions as Kunai and Shuriken can do damage. Why one AK? This is exactly belts everywhere. There's belts on her arms randomly. These are belts. That's a big belt. Belts down here. The belts over here. Yeah. I remember Harry Potter had one little thing where it's a little creative thing where the witch trials happened, but the witch, well, yeah, which basically put a little charm on the fire so it wouldn't actually hurt them. And I guess they faked being dead and burned as well. I do like those little creative bits. It's like an opportunity for creativity rather than like, oh, plot hole, plot hole. Go on Reddit and talk about it. That sort of thing. Okay. Maybe I just like ponytails. I don't know. I think some of the details Harry Potter are peak fiction like that. Others not so much. Yeah, I mean, it was a good thing, even though I never really I didn't read the books past 4. That was like decades ago, man. Stuff I don't remember. Okay, but I think that's going to be it for today. I don't know if we could Jake it off as one thing. Can you guess that she's on Twitter? That's what I don't forgive her for. Is that she gives the jerseys a PlayStation 2 earlier. She can't do math. Some people headcanon that he got an early one somehow from Japan or something. That's pretty funny. I think I'm gonna have a problem with that too. I doubt people are looking as closely at my game. This I was like, it's. I just said it's vaguely in the '90s, so everything in the '90s is viable. I don't like her Twitter stuff, but it isn't directly in the books. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Eh. I think I have to make her shorter. She was originally supposed to be shorter. She's shorter than all of them. Like she's even shorter than Charlie, only by a little bit. She looks a little like tall and elegant. Make her a little more. Short, but yeah, okay. As long as you are 1990X, yeah. No smartphones. Can't do that much Y2K stuff, but I guess this game isn't really doesn't really look like that. It's not really the style. Anyway, short but not stacked. Everyone in this game is stacked. I mean, that is inescapable. But it's time for so long. We'll sing just one more song. Bottom is historically accurate. I'll make a petition, make a Reddit just for the errors I had. That style of shotgun did not exist until 19 or 2001. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for Pragmata. I remember June 8th or July 8th. Did not do that. Do something else. I might just take a break, who knows. And yeah, I'll see you then, and then I'll also have to update people on the on this art fair thing. It's in Greenville. I don't know. It's that big, so but it didn't cost as much, so that I enjoyed that. But yeah, I'll see you. Thanks for coming. Thanks for talking. I will see you all next time tomorrow for Pragmata.